Prodigal Steve returns with more Afterbirth Plus. How's it going, everybody? We're gonna do an Apollyon run today because I just tried to do the daily and I died on Caves 1 trying to pick up 9 lives when I accidentally stepped on some spikes and lost. So instead of putting up a 12-minute video, we're gonna try and get this lamb kill taken care of here with Apollyon, if at all possible. This is very, very close there on that explosion. Alright, we do not want Harlequin Baby. But I will see if we can't get, like, bombs or something. Like, we can always void it if we want to. But I would like to try and reroll it since we do have the reroll machine available to us. And thankfully, we don't need to worry about Boss Rush or Hush or Mega Satan, any of the, you know, gated enemies. Void, which, honestly, I'm never going to go down to the Void again unless I'm literally forced to, but I believe that they took out the automatic teleport, so now, instead of it forcing you to the Void after the mom fight, if you have, like, over 100 damage or over 20 items or whatever the criteria was, I think both of those things were true, it gave you like a 5% chance to be auto-teleported. It now is just a 5% chance to open the portal. So I'm just gonna ignore the Void rather than actually do that floor, unless, and here's my caveat for the future of this series. Conditions under which I will willingly consider going to the Void. If I have Tech X, like Tech X is a requirement for this to even consider the Void. Tech X over like 15 damage and under like 7 tiers. And I will think about the Void. I can't promise that I'll do it, but I will consider it. But either way, that's a non-issue on this run because we are absolutely going to the Dark Room. Gonna go fight Satan. We're going to kill the lamb, and we're actually going to go into the chest this time as opposed to doing a victory lap and missing out on the achievement. So we're going to come in here, we're going to use our bomb to reroll Harlequin Baby instead of trying to get into the secret room, which was a bit of a mistake because we're just going to void Infestation 1 and we'll get a shot speed up and a range up, which is not really where we want to be, but it's better than either of those items, so why not? Come in here, we'll fight the Widow. Should be fairly straightforward. Widow is, aside from maybe Pin, one of the least tanky enemies that you can fight on the basement. And I may actually be wrong about that. Pin might have more HP. It's just Pin's easier to kill because it's segmented. And each of the segments has its own health bar. But their cumulative HP might be more than Widow's. I would actually have to, like, look on the wiki, I guess, because I don't think that information is available on Platinum God. Like, the actual HP numbers for each boss, like the values, I guess. Either way, I'm taking my time here on the first floor. There's a lot that I'm interested in mining here. You know, a lot of possible value in this room. Of course, you know, none of it paid off, so we're just going to go ahead and leave. But it could have. Alright, so let's just head down here. At almost 4 minutes on the first floor is not where you want to be. Ever, really. Even if you're not trying for boss rush, I would like to be moving a little bit faster than that. But I'm not going to, you know, beat myself up too much about it. With the damage up that we did get from our boss in Jesus Juice, we shouldn't have a problem picking up the pace should we desire it. Well, this is an interesting room. Alright. Give me a penny. You did not give me a penny. We are bereft of certain consumables on this run. I would like more bombs, obviously. Keys we're actually doing relatively okay on, but we got no money. That's a problem if we ever want to exchange, you know, visit a shop and try and acquire some goods from said shop. That was a little bit of a ballsy dodge, if I'm being honest. I saw both of those coming in, and I'm like, I can get out of the way in time of this one. I think I cut that one a little close. So we might as well do this and get 12 cents. Like, 12 cents for a bomb is a great trade. And then we'll come in here and fight Lilhorn. And we can either void whatever he drops for us, or we can consider doing some shenanigans on the Deal with the Devil. But if we want a spacebar item from the Deal with the Devil to become part of our void, we need to purchase it first. So we will have to pay the red heart and then suck it. We definitely don't want to void Binky, because the Spirit Heart and the Tears Up is too good. I think we do want to void the Nail. So I'm going to pay 2 red hearts, use the Nail, pick up the void, and then void it. And then that, like, really chunks our speed. Oh, I guess it doesn't that bad. I thought it reduced our speed both times, like when we used the void and then when we used the nail initially and then when we used the void, but this was not the case. Not interested in that pill. Could always be a, you know, bad trip. Amnesia wouldn't be the worst thing at this point, but, you know, it could be question marks, which has some pretty heavy downsides associated. Okay, well, never mind. All is right with the world now. No way do I get rid of Curved Horn for Kane's Other Eye. Oh, we should have come in here first, huh? I'm gonna buy Chaos as opposed to there's options. I guess basically because why wouldn't I? And we'll go check out that last room. See, this is the way that I normally play Isaac. Like when I'm not forced into hurrying for a specific goal, which is, you can probably see now why it takes me so long to get through runs. A little too min-maxy sometimes. I will come into our curse room, spend the Spirit Heart. We were rewarded with nothing, which is unfortunate, but largely expected. Ah, there's an invisible one down here, huh? Okay, well, once we get off this floor, things can start moving very, very quickly. With Polyphemus, we're going to be doing a ton of damage, and only 6 cents. 6 cents is 0 bombs. Unlikely to be able to acquire. There's options. Not overly broken up about that. It's a good item, but I think Chaos is more interesting and potentially a lot better, since we can find those sweet, sweet guppy items just about anywhere now. All right, Curse of the Unknown. We have... Let's see, we had 3 and... We have like 2.5 Spirit Hearts or something. Not enough to be stepping on creep willingly. I mean, that wasn't necessarily willingly, but... You know what I mean. Not to be making that poor of a dodge. I just sort of got mind flooded there on that room for whatever reason. No. I talked about this in the daily episode that's never going to go up because it's 12 minutes long. I don't necessarily agree. Come on. A, with hosts existing to begin with. But no, I don't necessarily agree with the popcorns that spawn drowned silkworms on Caves 1. That seems a little much to me. Okay, I think I've finally gotten the hang of that room. I used to be exceptionally terrible at it. Like, that room was basically guaranteed damage for me. Like, not because I think the room is bad, but rather because I was very bad at the room. And I think I finally sorted it out. I can't really explain it, but I did, you know, get it sorted there. All right, so we've gotten another spirit heart, and then we'll go ahead and do that. It gave us a key, and that's another spirit heart as well from the nail, remember. So we're plus... We've gained a spirit heart and a half on this floor. Careful. I always like to fire directly into this room, and then I immediately regret it when one of those things explodes and I have to do a, like, mental gymnastics. That was a great shot. Like, mental gymnastics to avoid those bullets. I don't even feel bad about that damage. Like, I should have been paying more attention, but, like, that dude earned that bit of damage on me there. Like, he saw me, he tracked me coming in. He's like, oh, no, I got this Joker. So, yeah, 100% we'll take Gimpy. And this sweet, sweet nickel. I don't think we need another spirit heart. Like, we don't need to buy one from the shop. The thing, here's what I don't get about the Void. And it's not like a fundamental misunderstanding of how the Void operates, but rather I don't get the strategy behind it. Is it better if you have something like the Nail and Book of Sin, for example, in your Void, to use it every opportunity you get? Or is it better to save it for the opportunity to void more things? It's like, if we had a charge, we should go back and do that one room. Like, we're a little bit behind schedule, but not that bad, actually. Would it be better, like, if we had a charge right, like, 2 rooms ago, for example, should we have used it and then hoped to get another charge before our boss? Or should we have just waited for the boss and, you know, potential deal with the devil and, you know, use the Void on one of those items potentially? And if we didn't want to use it on either of those places, all right, just then use it anyway to get the spirit hearts and the spirit heart rather, and whatever consumable drop you get from Book of Sin. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to actually fight you. So I'm just gonna High Priestess. I didn't even realize we had the High Priestess card, if I'm being honest. We might void Lil Chat, because I think it's kind of bad. I think we could probably take Infamy or Book of Belial, but I don't think we could take both. So I think we're just not going to take either. We'll void that. I think... yeah, we'll use the 2 of Spades, then we'll just leave. I don't know what happened there stat-wise, because the Nail alters our stats as well. So it almost would have been better not to get that deal with the devil, since we didn't end up taking anything, but not the end of the world necessarily. Eventually we are going to have to fight Krampus. Don't be surprised by that. I was cracking the knuckle on my middle finger on my movement hand when that thing shot, and I was like, oh, this is how I take damage. This is not wise to do what I do, and, well, A, you probably shouldn't crack your knuckles to begin with. It's, like, kind of an unpleasant habit for a person to have, but, you know, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But moreover, if you're playing The Binding of Isaac, or any game that requires, you know, manual dexterity and precise timing, you should almost definitely not crack your knuckles away from the keyboard while you're playing that game. Yeah, I'll take that bomb. Okay, well, I think we're going to use the Void when we finish this room for the Spirit Heart and the bomb. Alright, so we get damage up and speed down from the Nail. So if we get like 3.08 damage when we void a passive item, we know we got a damage up from whatever item we avoided. I'm gonna shoot this poop in the expectation that we're going to get flying. At some point on this run, I imagine that we're going to get flying, although it has been a kind of common theme with Afterbirth Plus runs, at least in my experience. So this is, you know, anecdotal, take it with a grain of salt. But it has seemed to me that flying is a lot rarer now than it used to be. Which is a little surprising. Well, I guess it shouldn't be that surprising. There are more items in the item pool now. Afterbirth Plus added like 69 new items. And not all of them contribute to transformations that give you flying. So having a thinner or a, you know, a lower chance to be as unambiguous as possible of getting a flight transformation item only makes sense that you would see flight more rarely. This is a huge floor, actually. Very, very surprised. I will hang on to our void charge because I do expect to find the item room. Yeah. I had a sneaking suspicion the item room is going to be off of this one. Just no real reason, kind of just like a gut feeling. I may just come with the territory of having played, you know, 720 hours of this freaking game. I don't really want Demon Baby. Although Demon Baby is, like, good. Give me a battery charge. We wanted to be out of this floor like a minute ago. So I'm going to go to the shop and see if there's a battery for sale. And if there is, I'll void Demon Baby. If there isn't, I'll just take it. And then we can go do the boss fight and make our decision about whatever that item gives us. Or I guess that room gives us, rather. Ah, Self, you know better than that, Dodge. That is actually like the first bit of damage that I've taken from an enemy in a little bit, I think. So I don't feel overly bad about it, but... Alright, there is a battery charge here. So we'll go in here. We got shot speed and speed. It's fine. You know, nothing to write home about. Not like jumping for joy at a shot speed and a speed up. What's what, like Speedball? Yeah, okay, it's like Speedball, except it doesn't contribute to spawn. It's a worse version of Speedball. Would we rather have bad Speedball or Demon Baby? I'd kind of rather have Demon Baby, if I'm being honest. It's at least an indirect damage up, and one of the better familiars in the game. Probably like, you know, a B+ or an A tier familiar. If I'm just assigning it a random grade, I definitely don't want Brother Bobby. That was a damage upgrade, though. We don't want the stars card, so we'll take the Gaz, and we'll move along. And I have to remember to take the negative. Dank Depths 1. Hang on. Gonna blow my nose here real quick. Alright, sorry about that. It's normally, when I'm recording, I'll get like a sneeze every once in a while. That happens. But it's been like snowing here in Chicago the last couple of days. Well, like yesterday and then last night, I guess it snowed. And I was out shoveling not that long ago. So my nose is still like a little runny because of that. But, you know, I'll balance out here probably over the course of this video. It's very bad damage. But I might have to take a moment. So I hope you'll bear with me on that. Alright, please, item room. Tinted Rock is also good. Tinted Rock for 2 Spirit Hearts is even better. We're at very low risk of dying. Honestly, like... Here's where I'm confused. This is where I'm still having trouble, like, sussing out how I want to handle Void plays. Like Scatter Bombs. Scatter Bombs is, like, exactly okay. Ooh, Guppy's Paw. Like, scatter bombs is exactly okay. So do we want to use the void on scatter bombs? Or do we just want to use it whenever restock for the opportunity to get spirit hearts? I think we take scatter bombs because it is 5 bombs, and we could put those to good use. So I am going to make my way downtown, walking fast. No, I'm going to poke around a little bit to try and get another 5 cents for restock and see what comes of that. Gambled and won. Okay. That was a nickel drop. That'll do it. Okay. Beautiful. What do you think? Nope. Absolutely zero chance of our secret room bordering our curse room, so we'll have to pay the full cost. Now, I'm cognizant of the fact that there is a guppy spawn in this room. So if we purchase an item, which we are interested in avoiding... right, okay. Interesting. We can't void it. Like, we would have to move Guppy's Paw, and I don't think that's really possible, so I think we just save our money on this floor and move forward. I am going to use the void there. What do you think? I should go find another spirit heart. That way we're not sacrificing a black heart to the curse room. It's a little short-sighted of me. That's okay. Okay. I thought it was doing its full jump, and it didn't do its full jump. It juked me. I never thought it would happen. I was outsmarted by one of those leapers. What do you got? AWAS. Just gives us a pathway down. Boss Rush has obviously slipped away from us, considering we're on Dank Depths 1 at, 20 minutes. I've done this room without flying, without taking damage, but it's only happened like once. So, didn't have really high hopes for that one. Please. Well, that went better than expected, if I'm being honest. Ooh, very, very nearly stepped on the spikes there. Close dodge, but we got the job done. 100% I'll open 2 red chests. Although I guess they could be anything now, so I should be perhaps a little less eager to open them, since it's a lot less likely that they're going to be guppy items now, which is, ideally what we're looking for. Although becoming guppy isn't necessarily the be-all end-all of this run, it would be nice. I can't believe it takes 2 Polyphemus shots to kill the Wall Masters. That's a little bit tankier than I would expect. I mean, we have like 20 damage, and it still takes 2 shots to kill them. 2 of Hearts. Actually irrelevant. Blood Bank. Not all that useful for us. Alright, I think we've seen everything we want to see on this floor, so let's just kill Brownie and get on with it then. Please, Brownie. I still don't actually, understand the patterns of this boss. I kind of just do my best every time. It's like every single time I encounter Brownie, I'm just like, dodge what you see. Every other boss, basically, I'm like, oh no, okay, he's dingle whistled. That means he's gonna shoot. I want sad bombs, but I don't want it that bad, really. I don't think either of these are worth it, honestly. Like a Spun contributor and a Beelzebub contributor, but experimental treatment. Yeah, we'll take experimental treatment. Lock it down, tears up, speed, or tears down, rather. Okay, well, our shot speed is very, very high. Oh, we got HP as well. Not incredibly relevant, but, you know, since it isn't full right now and we're unlikely to get a deal with the devil on this floor, I'm gonna spawn 2 enemies that I can't kill. Don't agree with that. Now, apparently, D10 has become a lot better in Afterbirth Plus. It was an item that I largely ignored, I think, like most people did, prior to AB Plus. But now, it's apparently worth considering because you can reroll portal rooms and it will never spawn new portals. Is that a sticky nickel? Did you just spawn a sticky nickel? I'm leaving. Oh, Lust. Hook me up. Hook me up with the virus. That's not the virus, though. I guess we can purge our Curse of the Blind, huh? No reason not to. Pheromones, sure. Exploding bonies. Got the job done, though. What was I... Did I talk about it in this episode? Or was it part of the daily that'll never see the light of day? I think it was part of the daily that'll never see the light of day, where I was talking about like my void requirements, but I could be wrong. There's no reason not to use this here since we have a battery. I don't know. I'm not going to reiterate until like I'm positive that it wasn't in this video, because that's just bad for business, you know. Repeating yourself 26 minutes into a video, probably not exactly where you want to be, if I had to hazard a guess. So instead, we're just gonna, you know, move along. You guys could have at least given me something productive. Now, okay, here's the thing. Ace of Hearts, Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs, Mama Mega is useless, except it does let us get into boss rush. But it only works on this floor. So, I mean, I guess. I think the ace cards are cuter than they are functional. Which is to say, there are certainly situations in which you would be interested in making use of, say, an item which converts all consumables in that room into hearts or keys or what have you. But mostly... Is the enemy actually dead? I think the situations in which you'll actually be able to make use of those cards is a lot rarer than people think or expect. I mean, I'm gonna use money here. Ooh, don't sacrifice that black art, though. Why did we get a heart drop? What item do we have that spawn... Oh, it's Gimpy. Gimpy! You're hooking me up. I genuinely appreciate that. I don't want Child's Heart, though. I have Curved Horn. You don't understand. If we would have taken the flat penny, we'd be rolling in keys right now, but... Mostly I just want money. Although, admittedly, this is our last shop. So, we might want to consider spending a little bit more time on this floor. To the point where I am actually going to, like... You guys can see my full system. We could just teleport straight to the void. That'd be weird, right? Or to the void, to the dark room. We have the HP necessary to play it 12 times. Do I think we have the damage? I don't know. I mean, not really. It is a sticky nickel. I hate it. I do want the compass, which is basically why I'm doing this. Also, is there a battery in the shop? We could get, like, maybe game-breaking territory if there's a battery in the shop. Or a red heart. There's a spirit heart. Two of spades is not what I was looking for. Alright, so we have a battery and we have a spirit heart. The odds of us getting 5 cents out of 2 plays is pretty low, unless we get especially lucky and get like the piggy bank or I guess fanny pack. I mean, I know all we need is a bomb here to get that sticky nickel, but still. Oh, those scatter bombs. It almost pushed the last penny out. It didn't, but it could have. Okay. I'm going to run back for that. I really thought I would not get 2 of those spikes before they went down. Okay, well, that's on me. I'm going to run back for the last red heart that's down there by the boss, and we'll buy the compass. See what pops up in its place. Bomber Boy, I think that is that item, right? Not overly interested in that. So we'll actually just probably call it quits on this shenaniganry. We'll pick up a battery in the shop, you know, finances permitting. I mean, we're obviously going to get the nickel, but you know, maybe we decide to buy something else instead. I was really hoping to get a payout here, but I guess that's just how it's gonna be, huh? All right, 17 cents. We could get Bomber Boy. I don't think it's necessary. Why do I have such an affinity for the spikes in that room? This is not strictly necessary. And I wonder if this isn't how you need to play dailies almost. Give me that. Sure. I mean, I basically paid 5 cents for a spirit heart and a bomb there. So I don't feel so bad about that situation. All right, so this should open the doorway to boss rush. It did indeed. We would have to do boss rush though, and I don't think either of those items are worth it. We could void both of them though. I was really hoping for an AWAS rune there. I took the Polaroid. And then I took damage from Dangle because I was literally facepalming in real life. Well, okay. This run, I can't believe I did that. I mean, I absolutely can because I'm an idiot. And it's just muscle memory at this point because why would you ever go to the dark room? Okay, well. It's weird, I guess, and unfortunate, but such is life, I suppose. We're at very little risk of dying. We should be using the void. I kind of just want a moon card out. I just don't have, like, the wherewithal to do that anymore. Now that I've completely borked the... I haven't, though. We have the self-sacrifice room. Okay, it's on. Hang on. I'm gonna, like, blow my nose again real quick, and then we're gonna do this. So here's the play. We come in here, get a penny. We can keep doing this as often as we want to. Because we can buy 2 batteries. Yeah. Alright, so we will be able to go down to the void, or to the dark room with some amount of HP. Why did I go all the way around like that? And we should buy the battery because it gives us a spirit heart, but also it could give us 2 spirit hearts. Exactly. Yeah. Brilliant. We have bombs as well, so we can blow up our donation machine if necessary to get more plays here. Although we're at Uriel already. So we'll take our... I should have avoided both of the key pieces since we're not going to fight Mega Satan. Not all that necessary, though, in the grand scheme of things. Alright, so here's our Gabriel fight. And I will void his key piece, since there's 0% chance that we fight Mega Satan. Because, like, that would guarantee that we don't get the win for the dark room again. Which is, you know, something we're not necessarily interested in doing. Alright, pick this up. Come back in here. Void that. Get another battery. And... dark room. Brilliant. Okay, so I didn't completely screw it up. I mean, I did, like, actually. I just got lucky with that self-sacrifice play. But still. Alright, so we know where our boss is. This run's gonna be a lot quicker than expected. Hilariously enough. I figured, you know, with the restock plays, it was going to be a longer one. But, you know, 34 minutes on Darkroom is pretty good. Like, a little bit quicker than you would expect normally. Alright, you know what? Just give me the damage up. And also the spirit heart. Beautiful. Oh, these things. I hate the brimstone ghosts. Like, they don't exist long enough for you to kill them. Also, Monster 2 is, like, tilting me off the planet. Get out of here. I still don't know how I feel about half spirit hearts existing as drops. It's a little confusing to me, but, I mean, I'll take it. Any extra HP is fine. Hey, get out of here, Champion Forsaken. Okay, so we have found our way to the boss fight. We are seeking our revenge on Ragman for, well, I'm seeking my revenge anyway. Was that on the daily that we fought Ragman? Those runs, since I did them right in order, are, like, super blending together. That's alright. Okay, so we'll take the Void in the Lamb fight, and we'll use it for a sweet, sweet damage up. Might as well use the chariot. Alright, so we are going to win this run. Almost definitely. We'll get that final post-it note. Well, I guess not technically final, because I still need greed and greedier mode on our buddy Apollyon here. But we'll get the main enemies done. Thank you, temporary invincibility from being hit, for allowing me to skirt that laser. Alright, I would like to put out the body. Thank you. Hey, don't do that. I don't need your monstro. No, I don't want to do a victory lap. Okay. There we go. Excuse me? Is that not... Do we need to do the chest with Apollyon? And am I a complete idiot? Okay, well, I don't know. I guess I'll look into that. Either way, that's gonna do it for this episode, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. As always, feedback is welcome in the comments below, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.